So let me tell you about the one guy I have so much respect for the same reason that I guess I have so much self-respect for the time that I had. I have to tell you about my pastor. He's passed away now. He died of cancer in his late 50s, and loved him to death. Lance Chaney. I'll call him by name because he was a good dude and great representation of what you do when you are in charge of thousands of people and you speak in front of a large crowd of people every single week, and people like you, and sometimes women throw themselves at you and sometimes they don't, right? And so you have a responsibility of saying, I'm on this platform and my responsibility is to not do the things that I probably could get away with doing. And I could say for the 10 years that I worked with that man, I work with him closely, like every day, like all day long, to the point where we're fussing at each other like we're father and son. Right? I've been to his home, rode in his car. You know, he's trusted me with his cell phone. Like I could say about all the time that I spent with him, I never saw that man take advantage of his position of authority. Now, for a whole bunch of other motherfucking preachers that I've dealt with in my lifetime, I've seen it. It is gross. It is disgusting. It is something that I said I would never do, right? Because I used to be involved in the church in a very significant fashion. And I said I would never take advantage of my position in these buildings where I'm speaking before thousands of people. And sometimes women will throw themselves at you, but that's totally, I mean, that's a situation that you actually have to take a step back and say, as a leader, am I going to allow myself to indulge in things that I can indulge in? And usually the people who won't control that point, that initial inception, if people who won't control the fact that they have the ability to take advantage of, or rather they have the ability to engage in a relationship with a person who's throwing themselves at them because of their leadership position. If you don't put that in check, then you're one step closer, my friend, to not putting the rest of it in check. I hope that made sense, right? You know, and I had a good example. I had a great example to watch. I mean, hell, my dad, like I come when, okay, I'm here, so let's deal with it. When people say men are shit, and then I hear people say black men are shit, I do have a natural inclination to be like, hold on, motherfucker, not all black men are shit, right? Or not all men are shit. You know why? Because I have the luxury, I have the privilege of having been around some really good men, particularly black men, who were in front of thousands of people, had the opportunity to probably sleep with every other woman, if not every woman, underneath their leadership. I've seen it. I've been there with men who had those opportunities and they didn't take it. I've been around good men who do nothing but respect their wives and raise their children and leave something for their children and are great examples of leaders in their community. I've been around nothing but good men. And actually, let me keep going. Like, I look at my family, man. My family is blessed with men who respect their wives and do everything they can. They fight as hard as they can to be faithful. I can't say all of them have been faithful, but I can say that every single one of them has fought their best to be faithful and stay committed and all the, you know, working through the hard times. Like, that's my family. That's my family legacy above anything else, is the fact that we got a bunch of good men, all the way back to my great-great-grandfather, man. My great-great-grandfather, who started our entire family reunion, artist Harvey, right? We you know, by name, right? So it's like, you know, George Harvey, actually, that's my great-great-grandfather. Artist is my great-grandfather, and Murders. So anyway, we have a legacy of good men. And even though we have a legacy of good men, I guarantee you every single one of us have to regularly put our sexual inclinations in check, or else we can become shitty men. the exact type of man that they're talking about online when they say men ain't shit.